Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy JHAWK here, and welcome to round 2 of our Season 3 Custom League. In this video, it's the same as round 1. We're going to be simcasting into games, and if they're close in the last 2 minutes, we will hop in and watch the rest of the game. If not, we will go over the box scores. Here's your little recap. If you missed round 1, make sure you guys pause this video and go back and watch round 1. We had Kansas City, the play-in team, upset the number 1 seeded Utah Range in 7 games. Nevada upset the 4 seeded Oakland Oaks to get to this point. Alaska, the 6 seed, continued the trend of 6 seeds advancing out the first round as they upset the 3 seeded LA Palms in 5. And then Colorado Springs was given a run at their money by the play-in team, the 7-seeded Minnesota Monsters. That series went 7. So we have Colorado Springs versus Alaska and Nevada versus Kansas City in round 2. Over here in the East, Baltimore took down the Florida Hedgehogs, the play-in team, without any problems in 5. Toronto takes down Illinois in 5 games to set up a matchup. Nashville, the 3 seed, blew a 3-0 series lead against Cincinnati, as Cincinnati won 4 straight to upset the 3-seeded enemies. And Montreal was up 3-0. Richmond won 2 straight, but Montreal was able to close the door on them in Game 6 to move on. So we have Baltimore, Toronto, and Montreal and Cincinnati. Hope you guys are excited about this. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and you know what? Let's get into action. Let me know who you guys are picking. My predictions are Kansas City versus Colorado Springs in the Western Conference Finals, and Montreal versus Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's enough talking. Let's get into it. Alaska is able to steal Game 1 on the road, 95-88. Cade Cunningham led the way with 17. Where is Embiid? Where is Embiid? Bruh, you cannot make this shit up. Did he get hurt in Game 7? Hey, wait a minute. Why didn't I even pay attention to he got hurt in Game 7? Oh nah, that's tragic. That's actually tragic. Hey, Cade, might be in trouble, big dog. Might be in trouble. That's rough. Kyle Anderson had 14, Sengun had 14, Halliburton with 10, Foster with 10. I mean, yeah, Embiid being out now hurts their chances. Ayton 21 and 15 to lead the way. Sadiq Bey had 17, Oubre with 14, CP and Jalen Green each with 10 points. Look at this. Gee, Alaska, you might have yourselves a little advantage now. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, Cade. Oh. Hopefully they, I don't know, Cade, you're going to have to ball out, dog. You can't score 17 now. You're going to have to score at least 25 plus. But Alaska's up 1-0. Let's see what happens in Game 2.
At the line for 1.
And that one misses. For Cincinnati, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. We've got P.J. Washington. Nasumu is out there with the mellow ball. Then it's Suggs. Clark on the double. 3-pointer. The rebound by Mann. For Montreal, they've gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this 4th quarter. Outside Durant. And there's the drive. Pass to Hart. Here's Insanity. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball with the rebound. Here's Suggs. He's covered by Hart. Tries it from 19. That one no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
To the right side. Back to Mann. And here's Durant. 30 seconds left in the final quarter. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. Lion substitution.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
Now here's Ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Boy, what a path for LaMelo Ball. I mean, he played in Lithuania and New Zealand while he was a teenager, and eventually the 3rd overall pick of the 2020 NBA draft.
Coming up clutch there at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
All right, guys, what's your take?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Here's Insanity.
Oh,
Big finish! And he double clutches and throws it down.
he's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
12 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. A foul on Josh Hart. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And so the road team gets the W in this one.
Look at that. Both number 6 seeds come out and take the road games in game 1 as Montreal falls 87-82. Jeffrey Davion led the way with 19 points for the Huskies in this one. Trey Mann had 16. KD only had 15 in this one. Drummond 9 points. Just didn't get enough stops to win this game. Josh Christopher led the way with 21 points for the Lions. LaMelo had 16, 8, and 10. Bam had 14. Michael Porter with 10. Boy, Dez had 6, 5, and 2 in this one. At Cincinnati, he's able to steal game 1 on the road. Let's see if they make noise and steal game 2, or if Montreal will bounce back and even this series at 1 apiece. The road team's 3-0 so far here in game 1s as Kansas City steals game 1 88-70 over Nevada, and Nevada gets Colin Sexton into the lineup. He's back from his injury, didn't play in the whole first round, comes back, drops 18 to lead the way for the Warbirds. Derrick Rose had 12, Kemba with 10 only as he's having to share time with Colin and Derrick Rose. Clint Capella 8 points, 12 rebounds. He's filling up the stat sheet over here with everything on the board for the Warbirds. Luka only scores 16 on 7 of 16 shooting in game 1. Morris had 15. Mo Bamba with 11. Bogdanovich and Porzingis each with 10 points in this one. As Kansas City steals game 1 thanks to a mixture of scoring by everybody. So let's see if Kansas City can take a 2-0 series lead back home, or Nevada can bounce back and win game 2. The road team 4-0 in game 1. Toronto uses a big third quarter to blow past Baltimore and win 94-67 here in game 1. Siakam led the way with 17 points. Brogdon had 11. Miles Bridges with 11. DiVincenzo had 9 points. Where am I? Oh, I had 1 point. Wow, I struggled. Steph drops 37 in game 1. Yep. Buckle the fuck up. We're going home. Klay Thompson was 16, 9, and 7. Good game for Klay. D'Angelo Dawkins had 13. Vassell had 10. Just, yeah. If Steph is going to do that, we're in trouble. Road teams are all 1-0 so far, though. Can they all go 2-0? Let's find out. Alaska has stolen the first 2 games of this series, winning 89-82 in this one. Cade Cunningham, 15 points. He's got to score more than 15 if they're going to win. Justin Jackson had 15. TJ McConnell with 11. And then everybody else did their thing. Halliburton 0 for 5, but he had 7 assists and 3 steals. On the other side, DeAndre Ayton's going to have himself a feast now. 23 and 11 in this one to lead the way. Sadiq Bey had 13. Lee had 12. Carmelo with 10. CP had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists with 3 steals. Everybody that played scored 5 points more for 5 or more points for Alaska, as Alaska has stolen the first 2 games in this series to put pressure on the Ducks as the series shifts to Alaska for the first time. So let's see if the Aces can go up 3-0 or if Colorado Springs can make some noise on the road.
1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Suggs. Defended by Durant. And it's Durant with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the Lions looking at who they've got out there. They've got Adebayo. Suggs out there with Porter. And it's Christopher in at the 2. Now, here's Suggs. Shoots over KD. Cincinnati again missing. The Huskies leading by 8. Pass to Insanity. The 11-footer. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now Suggs. Shot clock at 6. The jump hook, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And the Huskies call time here. They're leading by 6. 59 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. He told his team, if we can get some defensive stops here, we can win this game. It's down to who wants it more. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Leonard, he's checked in for ABC. And Cincinnati making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. And so it's Montreal now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Insanity. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Porter passes to Harris. That shot off the mark. And the Huskies going the other way now. Right side Durant. Passes it to Leonard. Back to KD. A 3-ball. That one, no good. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
So we see Montreal get the win here.
Montreal gets a big performance from Jeffrey Davion to help KD out as they both combine for 49 points as they take game 2 92-84 to even up this series at 1 apiece. De'Aaron Fox is back in the lineup, so that helps them out a little bit. Drummond had 11 points, Fox with 6 points in his return. We'll see if he's going to return as a starting point guard or if Davion's just going to keep that. But 49 combined points from your top 2 scorers is really good. LaMelo led the way with 18 points for the Lions. He shot 7 of 20 from the field, 0 of 8 from the 3-point line. He fouled out also. AO had 14. Michael Porter Jr. with 11. Christopher had 10. Boy, Dez had 7 and 6 in this one. But they split the first 2 games. Now the series is heading to Cincinnati for the first time. Let's see if the Lions can take advantage of home court. Game 3 coming up.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the 4th. There's the drive. Christie's shot is off. Shooting 52% from the floor so far. We've got Colin Sexton. Kemba Walker's out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Clint Capella. Outside Walker. Clock at 6. For 3.
Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Oh, my. What a relentless effort from Walker. When the team needs it most, this is the guy who can keep turning it up. Woo!
Here's Caruso. Guarded by Capella. Back to Caruso. From outside the arc. No good that time. Outside Walker. Pass to Capella. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
In the paint, Capella can be so aggressive. The foul isn't going to hold his shot back.
Johnson, he's checked in for Walker. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's Caruso, and it's stolen by Rhodes.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
You know what? They're focused right now. Every possession has to yield points. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Shot game clock separated by 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Guys, what do you think?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
Just an effective weapon for them on the inside tonight. He was such a reliable option for them on offense with his muscling his way to the basket from the low block.
Outside Sexton, outside Johnson to tie it up. Can't get the 3 to fall. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Kansas City taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 5-point game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
From deep, Johnson. He can't get it to go. And so the road team gets the W in this one.
Kansas City is able to steal Game 2 on the road, winning 91-86 to take a 2-0 series lead back home. Colin Sexton led the way with 25 points for the Warbirds. He's back and ready to hoop out. Kemba had 19, Capella with 12. Derrick Rose probably back to the bench now, but he had 6 points. The 3 guards are going to hoop out and try their best to keep this team in the series. As for Kansas City, Luka bounced back performance with 24. Emmanuel quickly had 18. Porzingis with 14. Mo Bamba even put in 13 points. Christie with 8 points. As Kansas City takes themselves a 2-0 series lead, the series shifts to Kansas City. Let's see if Kansas City can keep that momentum, or if Nevada can make some noise on the road.
1:56 left to play here in the fourth. On its way from Curry for 2, and that one hits back iron. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Barons. They trail by 1. Buckets is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Jordan Poole. Here's Speedy, and there's the pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Curry. And again, Toronto no up.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Buckets passes to Siakam. 5 to shoot. Here's Buckets. Siakam trying to free himself up. Here's Vassell. He's guarded by Brogdon. Outside Curry. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. And the Barons the other way now. Pass to Buckets. To take the lead. Can't get the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Vassell. Guarded by Poole. It's full.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Timeout called the Barons. They trail by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Bridges is checked in for Baltimore. Green comes in for Poole. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, the Barons head coach had some words for his team in the timeout. He wants them to have an even temperament. He said, I like the energy, but don't rush. Don't force things. Let the game come to you. Kevin, it's difficult to play with everything on the line with that kind of equilibrium.
Thank you, David. Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
It's pretty amazing Steph's road to becoming the man for this team. I mean, he recognizes in games when he should push the action and when he should pull back, and just constantly plays unselfish basketball to elevate his team's success.
And Baltimore calls time here. They're trailing by 5. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. The second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Green. That shot off. And so it's Toronto winning this one.
Toronto outscores Baltimore by 10 in the fourth quarter to come back and defeat Baltimore 75-68 to take a 2-0 series lead as the series is going to shift north of the border for the first time. Brogdon leads the way with 16 points. Jordan Poole had 12, Chet with 11, Claxton with 10. I had 2 points this time. That's better. Siakam only had 6 points. Steph Curry led the way, of course, with 24 points. Cockburn had 15 in this one. D'Angelo Dawkins with 12. Klay Thompson only scored 7, but Steph and company get the job done. They steal the first 2 games on the road, so now they take a 2-0 series home. Let's see if Baltimore can make noise on the road or if Toronto's going to keep the momentum going. Alaska has taken the first 3 games, and they are up 3-0 as they win 84-77 in this one. The Aces, led by Sadiq Bey and Carmelo, scoring 16 apiece. CP had 12 and 10. DeAndre Ayton had 12 and 15 in this one. And they have the momentum up 3-0. Sengun led the way with 18 points for the Ducks. Shamet with 14. Anderson with 11. Halliburton 10 points. Cade only scores 9 points. That's rough. Them losing Embiid's probably the bad part for this team. Embiid getting hurt is what's hurting them. But Alaska, 1 win away from heading to the conference finals. Are they going to finish off the sweep, or can Colorado Springs win Game 4 and send this series back to Colorado for Game 5? The score looks closer than it was, but Cincinnati scored 5 points in the last 15 seconds to make it a 5-point loss instead of 10 points. But Montreal wins 105-100 to take a 2-1 series lead. LaMelo led the way with 27 and 8 for the Lions. P.J. Washington with 15, Porter with 13, Christopher with 11, Suggs, Bam. They had all these players with 10 points and lost the game. That's crazy. KD leads the way with 39 points in this one. Big game there. De'Vion had 23, De'Aaron Fox with 10 points as the Huskies take a 2-1 series lead now. Important Game 4 for Cincinnati. They need to win this on their home court to avoid going down 3-1. Montreal with a win would be up 3-1 heading home for Game 5. Let's see what happens.
Here's Walker. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Misses from short range. For Kansas City, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Marcus Morris out there with John Conchar. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Colin Sexton.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Quickly is checked in for Doncic. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He complimented the three-point shooting. He said, quote, "It's one thing to get the look, it's another to bury it. I believe in you guys. I think you've got this game on lock. Let's go out there and let's take this, guys."
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Shot clock at 2. Conchar can't hit. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
Now Sexton. Elbow shot. And the shot falls short that time.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Pass to Rose. Sexton against Quickly. Right side, Sexton. Conchar pulls it in. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
Yeah, down by 1. You'd expect them to go for 2 here unless they get something wide open on the perimeter.
We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. Quickly, left side. Capella with the defensive effort. And so they foul intentionally.
Emmanuel Quickly. 4th personal foul. 4th team foul. Away team.
Fans, the bottom section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the last. It's time to get up and get down.
The visiting club takes the win on the road.
Just like in the regular season, they're splitting road games. The road team has won all 3 games here as Nevada takes the road victory 87-86 here in Game 3. Quickly led the way with 23 points for the Bison in this one. Morris had 15. Luka 14, 8, and 6. Didn't really shoot the ball like that, but Quickly was in. He did his thing today, so it gave him props. Porzingis 6 points, needs to score more. Colin Sexton led the way with 25 for the Warbirds in this one. D Rose with 18 points, Capella with 12, Kimba with 10. Just really good performance for Nevada to bounce back and take Game 3. Let's see if they can keep the momentum and take Game 4, or if Kansas City can win on their home court to take a 3-1 series lead into Nevada for Game 5. Let's see what happens. Baltimore bounces back and takes Game 3 on the road by a score of 98-88 to cut the deficit to 2-1 now. Steph drops 22 in this one to lead the way. Gallinari with 15, Clay with 10, Dawkins with 10, as they were able to steal one on the road. Brogdon had 18 to lead the way. Chet with 17. Now bounced back with 15, 7, and 8. Good performance for me on the road. Jordan Poole with 11. Siakam with 10. Just big time performance. They definitely needed to steal this. They would have been in trouble going down 3-0. But they're able to steal Game 3. Now let's see what happens in Game 4, if they can keep the momentum, or if Toronto will take a 3-1 series lead into Baltimore for Game 5. Colorado Springs uses a big first quarter and keeps the momentum going as they avoid elimination with a 105-76 victory. The Aces led by Jalen Green's 18 points, Carmelo with 13, Ayton had 11 and 12. CP fouled out, had only 4 points in this one. Big performance there. Cade Cunningham shows up 36 in an elimination game to keep their season alive. Singham with 17, Halliburton, Foster each with 11. Shaman had 10 points. Just a really much needed win for the Ducks in this one to avoid being eliminated. Aces just have to win one game. Game 5 heads to Colorado Springs. Let's see if the Ducks can keep momentum or if Alaska will finish off this series.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. That one's not going to go. Good D by Drummond. On the court for the Huskies. Clark is out there with Insanity. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Now here's Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning quick reflexes in every spot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lions.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Washington's checked in for Cincinnati. Cincinnati calls timeout. It's tied at 67. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His message was clear. Let's not beat ourselves. We came in here with a plan, executed. We're right in this thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's Suggs missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you can't afford to bite on this. I mean, once Durant has you in the air, the rest of it is elementary.
And KD drops them both.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Ball with it. Good D by Drummond. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Fox dishes to Drummond. Shoots over Washington. Out of bounds. The Lions now with possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. Ball up top. Guarded by Fox. Ball, the bounce pass. And the pass to Porter. Top of the key Ball. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Bullseye!
Well, I tell you, there's nothing more impressive than seeing a young player keeping his composure in a high-stakes, big-league situation.
Montreal calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's KD for 3. Misses the tray.
He is one of the longer wings in the game. Durant knows a thing or two about drawing fouls.
So the first of 3 is good, and that brings them within 2. The second one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he's good in all 3 free throws, and that ties the game up.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Ball. Oh, it's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. They've got Michael Porter. Suggs out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's P.J. Washington. Deep two from Ball. Gets the front of the rim and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Suggs. Porter trying to free himself up. That's good from Suggs on the assist by Ball. Suggs has got 7 points here in this quarter. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. And here is Drummond. Shot clock at 5. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his third foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Cincinnati making a change here. Adebayo's checked in, and Montreal making a change here as well. Durant's checked in.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
The shot is good. The Lions' lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Durant.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Ball, the pass to Washington. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Right wing. Here's man. Back to Durant. Misses. 4th time against 7 makes in this game. Outside Ball. Pass to Adebayo. Fires from 14. And he connects with the jumper. Adebayo's got the lead up to 6 now for Cincinnati.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Huskies call time here. They're down by 6. 16 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what do you think?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
So they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So it's the Lions picking up the win.
Cincinnati comes away with the overtime victory. 92-85 to tie this series up at 2 apiece. LaMelo 24-7 and 8 to lead the way. Bam at 18. Suggs with 11. P.J. Washington with 10 points. Dez had 4 points in this one. KD had 25 to lead the way for Montreal in this one. Davion had 16. Durant with 13. Drummond 9 and 13. And now we have ourselves a series best of 3. Game 5 in Montreal with the series tied 2 apiece. Usually if you win Game 5, you're going to win the series. So we'll find out what happens. Cincinnati's made this a series now after falling down 2-0. They've taken 2 straight. So let's see what happens in Game 5.
Minute 32 left in the 4th. Here's Rose. Conchar pulls it in.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Luka Doncic is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's John Conchar. Then there's Marcus Morris. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. Now here's Rose. Pass to Capella. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose.
An intimidator himself, Capella's not shying away from a little contact.
Puts it up from 12. Rose left side. Caruso grabs the board. And Kansas City shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the 4th quarter. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
Quickly, it's checked in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Rose. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5.
You know, this is part of the book on defending Capella. Teams often try to make him earn his points at the line.
24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. He gets the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
At the line for 2.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Colin Sexton.
Yeah, he really got after it tonight. I mean, they asked him to provide a big chunk of the offense, and wow, he responded. The defense had no idea how to contain him.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He was direct with his message, saying, quote, "This is the playoffs. Leave it all out there on the floor. It's winning time. Finish it." Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Ouch! That was a missed opportunity. Could have put this game on ice.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Colin Sexton. 2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. All right, guys, what do you think?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
Let's hear it, fans.
Substitution for the away team. Anthony Gill.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. They get it back. Pass to Conchar. Count it! And that one brings them within 1.
An encouraging sign for sure. When Porzingis distributes it like this, his teammates appreciate it.
Personal foul. 15 foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Colin Sexton.
And the second of 2 is good. And that'll put him up 2. The visiting club takes the win on the road.
Kansas City confused me at the end of this game, and Nevada also confused me. Let's start out with Kansas City. Why wasn't Luka on the court earlier? He scored 14. Morris had 13. Porzingis had 13. Mo Bamba with 11. Quickly only had 6 points. Why wasn't Luka on the court earlier? I was just so confused by that. And then we come over here. Colin Sexton led the way with 24 points, but Colin was missing his free throws down the stretch, so he tried to fuck this game up for him. Kimba had 17. D Rose had 13. I mean, Nevada's able to hold on and take 2 straight games on the road to even this series at 2 apiece as the series heads back to Nevada for Game 5. Let's see if Nevada can keep the momentum, or if we're just going to see the road team continue the trend of winning at home or winning on the road. So let's see what happens in Game 5. Steph Curry again drops 37 in this one. Toronto has themselves a 3-1 series lead again after their 99-78 victory over Baltimore. Curry with his 37, Gallinari had 18, Clay was 15, D'Angelo Dawkins had 15. You had 4 players with 15 plus. That's usually going to get you a win. Chet led the way with 19 points. Siakam with 15, Brogdon with 11, Bridges with 10. I only scored 3 this time with 10 assists and 3 steals. But our backs are against the wall now. Toronto looks to finish up this series as it goes to Baltimore for Game 5. Is Toronto going to finish it off and head to the conference finals, or can Baltimore chew their way back and eventually force a Game 7? Let's see what happens. Colorado Springs bounces back with back-to-back wins as the series is now 3-2 with their 95-64 victory. Cunningham, 25 points to lead the way. Halliburton with 17. Shamet with 16. Sengun had 10 points. Big time performance there in Game 5 for Alaska. DeAndre Ayton had 15 and 16. It didn't really get much help afterwards. Jones had 9. Oubre with 9. Where's Chris Paul? 7 points only. Jalen Green, 1 of 14. Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly. Alaska will now go home for Game 6, looking to finish the series, or for the second round in a row. Are we going to see the team blow a 3-0 series lead? Let's see what happens. Alaska needing to win Game 6 to finish this series off. Let's see if they do it at home or if Colorado Springs is forcing 7. Cincinnati comes on the road and wins Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead over Montreal, 90-78. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 24 in this one. KD only scored 11 points. Drummond with 13. Jeffrey Davion had 11 points also. A big performance needed from Fox. Just the rest of the group just didn't score like he did. LaMelo, 24 points to lead the way for the Lions. PJ Washington with 17. My boy Dez had 11 points. Bam with 10. As the Lions, once down 2-0, have now won 3 straight games to take a 3-2 series lead into Game 6 at home. Let's see if they can finish off this series or if Montreal forces Game 7. Road teams winning in this series continues as Nevada gets beat 97-87 as Kansas City now has herself a 3-2 series lead heading back home for Game 6. Colin Sexton had 20, Jalen Johnson had 20, Kimbo with 12, Capella only 9 and 8, Derrick Rose had 9. As they lose this one, Porzingis, the leading scorer with 28. Big time performance for him, and he fouled out. He only played 15 minutes. That's crazy. Luka, 21 points also. Morris with 12. Bogdanovich with 10. As Kansas City, 1 win closer to the conference finals as they get a home game. But the road team has won every game so far in this series. Can they change that up and finish off this series, or is Nevada forcing Game 7 back home? Let's see what happens in Game 6.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. So for Toronto right now, we've got Robin Lopez. Klay Thompson is out there with Curry. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Vanderbilt in at the fourth line.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Now here's Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, big-time moment means big-time guy, and Klay Thompson delivers yet again.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. For Baltimore, Green comes in for Dante DiVincenzo, and Brogdon subbed in for Jordan Poole. Speedy's checked in for Toronto.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Now here's Curry. Out to Thompson. It's up a 3. Nails the triple.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Buckets passes to Green. Takes the 13-footer. That one a little long. Outside Curry. They double-team Curry. Gallinari wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
If you don't like pressure, you shouldn't play basketball. Mr. Gallinari with the delivery.
Buckets, guarded by Curry. Buckets. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Here's Curry. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
What I love about Stephen Curry is the pure joy he gets from playing the game of basketball. He will put everything on the line every single night he's on the floor.
Timeout called, the Barons. They're behind by 8. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Teams in the penalty.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Frank Mason.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
And here is Curry. That's it. They've won the series and eliminate any chance of a comeback with a big-time win here in Game 5. And, Greg, it's on to the conference finals for them.
And if there was anybody doubting this team heading into round 2, this series should have erased any of those doubts. A convincing win for a team whose championship hopes are looking bigger and brighter.
For the first time ever in our league history, the #1 seed in the East will not win the championship. Baltimore falls in 5 games to 2. Wow. Wow. Baltimore falls to Toronto 91-84 here in Game 5, and Toronto will move on to the conference finals where they await the winner of the Montreal-Cincinnati series. Congrats to Toronto. First off, congrats to Baltimore being the top seed in the East. Just ran into Steph Curry, who's hungry. He's on a mission this year. Brogdon led the way with 17 for Baltimore in this one. Chet with 16, Siakam 12, and Josh Green with 10 points. I finished with 2, 6, and 11. As for the other side, Steph Curry drops 31 and just continues to dominate in this playoffs as he's moving on to the conference finals. Gallinari with 16, Klay Thompson with 11 in this one. D'Angelo Dawkins 7 and 10. As Toronto moves on to the conference finals, where they await the winner of the Montreal-Cincinnati series. So congrats Toronto for continuing their ride and looking for a championship. Baltimore, congrats for being the top seed in the East. But time for someone else to, we ain't gonna say a 1 seed, win the championship this year. The 6 seed out west is still up for grabs. We've had a 1 and 6 in the East and West the first 2 years in this league. 1 seed's gone out East. 6 seed still for us. We'll see what happens. But congrats to Toronto for moving on to the conference finals.
Here's Paul. Cunningham is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And then it's Landry Shamet. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Roaming the paint. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul.
Team foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution
Yeah,
for
he
Colorado
tried to
Spurs.
gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
Finney Smith up top. To the inside. Lee. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for your home team, Saban Lee.
Good on the second one. 17 seconds left to play in the 4th. Pass to Tucker. Here's Ellington. The 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
They've done it, and they're going to move on. They'll take a 4-2 series victory here in the second round. And the NBA Finals could be just a few games away for them.
Yeah, heading into the conference finals off a big win like this one has to feel good. But they've got their work cut out for them in the games ahead.
Well, that'll do it.
Alaska blows out Colorado Springs in Game 6 to win the series and advance to the conference finals after their 109-74 victory. Oubre 19 points, Jalen Green 17, Sadiq Bey had 16, Carmelo 15, CP3 was 13-7. DeAndre Ayton 13-8. Lee had 9 points. Just a big time performance in this one. Cade Cunningham 17 points in this one. Halliburton had 14. He fouled out. Sengun had 13. It's just, without Embiid, that's probably the big reason why they lost this series. If Embiid played, they probably had a shot. But congrats to Alaska, the 6th seed. The West has represented a 6th seed that represented the West in the finals the first 2 seasons. And for the 3rd straight season, Alaska is the 6th seed heading to the conference finals, looking to keep that trend going. So congrats to them. Congrats to the Colorado Springs on a successful season, being the number 2 seed. They had to fight their way through that first series against Minnesota, and Alaska just showed that they were the better team, especially with Embiid out. So congrats to Alaska for moving on, but congrats to Colorado Springs for a successful season.
P.J. Washington at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Washington hits them both. We got 22 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Mann passes to KD. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
4th personal foul.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward. He's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years.
And KD drops them both. Now Harris. So they've done it. They're going to move on. A 4-2 victory for them in the 2nd round. And now they find themselves just 4 wins away from a spot break in the NBA Finals.
And it won't be easy. Conference finals never are. I'm sure they're confident right now coming off of this huge win. But, Kevin, they've still got a lot of work to do before they put their hands on any trophy.
It's time for us to say so.
Cincinnati falls behind 2-0 in the series and wins 4 straight and advances to the conference finals after their 108-91 victory over Montreal. Suggs 19, Porter 18, Ayo had 16, LaMelo with 13, Dez with 9. Just a great game. Everybody that scored for this team had 6 points plus. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 23 in this one. KD only 11 points, only shot the ball 5 times. Trey Mann with 15, Walker with 11, Jeffrey Davion had 10 points. As Montreal's season is going to come to an end, but congrats to them being the number 2 seed, second best record in the Eastern Conference. But Cincinnati just was hungry and wanted this, so congrats to both teams. Congrats to Cincinnati for moving on to the conference finals, where they will take on the Toronto Towers. That should be a fun one. Get ready to preview that at the end of the video. But congrats to both teams for making it this far. Congrats Montreal for a successful season, and congrats to Cincinnati for moving on to the conference finals.
So it's the home team now. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Doncic with it, and Capella picks him up defensively. Oh, nice shot by Doncic.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot. Yeah, there's something wrong with him right now. Have to use that timeout and get him some medical attention.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Boy, he is raising his game in the postseason, no doubt about it. Only certain players respond to playoff pressure like he has. Impressive stuff. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He wants them to up their intensity. He said, quote, relax in too many areas. If we can muster a consistent effort, we have a chance to capture the lead and never look back. Guys, he sounds very confident playing from behind.
Allie, thank you. They've got Johnson. Derrick Rose is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Clint Capella. Here's Caruso, guarded by Rose. Here's Porzingis. Capella with a rebound. It's starting to feel like desperation time.
Desperation indeed. They're playing against the clock.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
They say there are no easy finishes in the NBA. That shot easy.
Outside Sexton. Shoots off the step back, and it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
You can tell his hustle inspires the entire squad. He really gets everyone so amped up.
Here's Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he nails it!
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Which one is section wants a t-shirt?
Here's Sexton. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Porzingis grabs the board. And that's an intentional foul.
Clint Capella, 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Derrick Rose, 1st personal foul, 4th team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Alex Caruso.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
They're jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
From deep, Johnson. No good there. Here's Caruso. They've done it, and they're going to move on. They'll take a 4-2 series victory here in the second round. And the NBA Finals could be just a few games away for them.
Yeah, heading into the conference finals off a big win like this one has to feel good. But they've got their work cut out for them in the games ahead.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Kansas City takes down Nevada in 6, and for the second straight year, the Western Conference Finals will feature the 6th seed versus the 8th seed. Kansas City, 28-point performance by Luka to get them to the conference finals. Quickly with 13, Porzingis 9. 28 points from Luka is definitely going to be enough to get you a win. Sexton finished with 17. Kimba with 14, Jalen Johnson with 14, Capello 10 and 12 in this one. Congrats to Nevada. They made it this far as the 5 seed. Great season for them. Kansas City, a play-in team, is now all the way in the conference finals. We will preview the conference finals next. Here's your updated bracket. We have the 5-seeded Toronto Towers versus the 6-seeded Cincinnati Gladiators in the East. And in the West, we have the 6-seeded Alaska Aces and the 8-seed Kansas City Bison. Should be fun series. Let's go ahead and preview those. It is time to preview our conference finals, and we will start it out in the Eastern Conference with the 5-6 seeds, as the Toronto Towers will be taking on the Cincinnati Lions. This should be a fun one. Let's go ahead and go over their stats so far. Toronto, so far in their playoff run, they took down the 4-seed Illinois Steam in 5 games, and then took down the number 1-seeded Baltimore Barons in 5 games to get to this point. In those games, they are averaging 92.3 points per game while giving up 82.8 points per game. And Steph Curry is just on a different level in these playoffs. He's averaging 31.1 points per game in the playoffs. Their opponent, the Cincinnati Lions, round 1, came back from 3-0 down to take the series over the 3-seeded Nashville Enemies. And then down 2-0 against Montreal, won 4 straight to take the series in 6 over Montreal. In those games, they're averaging 89 points per game while only allowing 85.2 points per game. And LaMelo Ball is leading the way at 20.7 points per game. Their season series was a split. Both teams winning on their home court. Cincinnati won the first matchup 88-87, while Toronto won the second matchup 77-73. And the playoffs have been a different story for Steph Curry. He's just been on a different level of dominating. Those first 2 years missing out on getting this deep into the playoffs are showing. He's got Clay back too, so that probably definitely helps him out a little bit. This should be a fun series. I'm excited to see, like, kind of like maybe a passing of a torch type, LaMelo and Steph going at it in this series. This should definitely be fun. I just think Steph Curry's going to be way too much to handle. I think he's on a mission to go get him a championship this year. And I'm going to take the Toronto Towers to win this series in 6 games over Cincinnati. I just feel like I said, Steph is going to be too much to handle. He's averaging 31 a night so far in the playoffs. So I just think he's going to be on a different level, and he's going to get this team to the finals. So I am picking the Toronto Towers to beat the Cincinnati Lions in 6 games to advance to the Season 3 Custom League Finals. Our Western Conference Finals previews the number 6 seeded Alaska Aces and the number 8 seed Kansas City Bison. For Alaska, we'll start out with them, the 6th seed, looking to become the 3rd straight Western Conference team to be a 6th seed and represent the West in the finals. So far, they are averaging 92.1 points per game while allowing 90.9 points per game. Luke and DeAndre Ayton is leading the way at 17.2 points per game. As for the Kansas City Bison, let's go over them. Remember, they were the 9 seed, had to win 2 play-in games to get to this point. They upset the 1-seeded Utah Range in 7 in the first round and then got by Nevada in the second round to get to this point. Kansas City is averaging 93.2 points per game in the league while allowing 88.7 points per game, while Luka Doncic is leading the way with 20.8 points per game. In their season series, it was a split, both teams winning on home courts. Alaska won the first matchup 85-75, while Kansas City won the next matchup 93-91. And this should be a fun series for the fact that we got a pretty good point guard matchup with CP versus Luka. I think Luka's actually a 2, but I'll call him a point guard. But you got them, then you got Porzingis and Ayton in the center position. This should definitely be fun. I think it'll who's going to win this series determines whose depth is bigger. And I think I'm going to trust my gut and take Kansas City. I think Kansas City is just hot. They're rolling. And I think we're going to see this play-in team go from play-in team to Western Conference champ. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Bison to upset the 6-seeded Alaska Aces in 7 to set up a finals of Toronto and Kansas City. Let me know your predictions below. I appreciate you guys for making it this far in the video. If you have, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss an upload. Make sure you guys follow my social media. All the links are below in the link tree. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for all the love and support that you guys show me. And I'll see you guys on the conference finals next week.
It takes time. I'm just trying to be the